All right, good evening and welcome to Futbol En Vivo on Club Deportes Season 2, Episode 31. We are every week on clubdeportes.com. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at Futbol Austin. That's Futbol Austin. Be sure to follow Club Deportes at Club Deportes for all the latest and greatest sports news and commentary. You got to go to clubdeportes.com. I am your host, Eric McCoy, and I am joined by a man who dreams of one day being able to share a slice of pizza with Lionel Messi. It's David Alvarez.
Hey, how do you know I want to share some tomato-based food with...
A lot of tomatoes. Messi's a big tomato guy, isn't he?
I mean... Tomatoes are from South America originally. I just find out.
You just found that out?
Yeah. I thought they were Mexican, but...
Mr. History, and you're just finding this out now.
Yeah, and like the other teacher told me, hey, do you know that tomatoes are from South America? No, I thought they were always Mexican.
Messi was just embracing his South American heritage with this pizza.
He was going back to the roots.
Well, let me tell you, I actually do like tomatoes on pizza. Maybe not quite that many tomatoes, but I do like tomatoes on pizza. So I'm going to defend Lionel Messi's taste in pizza there. The pickles on there, that was interesting. I love pickles. Was a little perplexed. I've never had them on pizza before.
No pickles for me, man.
No, you're not a pickle guy?
No. It's like putting like going to an Italian restaurant and have your salad and they put bell peppers on it.
Oh, you don't like those?
Bell pepper in Italian salad is like a sin. Like you would never do that in Italy. Like, what? Bell pepper?
But
You're not a real Italian, man.
Okay. But what did you think of Messi's pizza? All the tomatoes, the pickles, the onions?
I don't know about that, man. I don't know about
a little too much for you.
Nothing with pickles with me. Anything with pickle is no. If you put mayo, if you put maybe something else, like a pineapple, maybe, but...
Oh, okay, a little Hawaiian-style pizza. All right, I got you. But no pickles for you.
No pickles, no. Or mustard. No pickles, no mustard. No onions either. Are you crazy?
So you got some pretty strong food takes there.
Yeah,
I mean, your food takes are almost as strong as your football takes. So let's get to those. We're trying to delay the soccer talk because it's not going to be a pleasant show tonight. Not going to be pleasant at all. No Jorge Chavez again this week. Jorge is trying to find...
Chinga. It's a bad word in English.
It is. Jorge is off trying to find out what happens when a team loses a must-win game. What happens after that? That's what he is trying to find.
What happened with Chelsea when they don't win?
As a Chelsea fan, I got a lot of experience of losing all sorts of games, must-win or otherwise.
So you get used to so many things.
Yeah, I'm very used to my teams losing. But let's get right down to it, okay. David. You know, it's a cliche... But you have to finish your chances. You really have to finish your chances.
Execution.
Exactly. Austin FC.
Execution.
They were rampant in the first half hour, I think, against Portland. Unfortunately, did not turn that dominance into a goal. And ultimately, they paid the price. 2-1 losers at Q2 Stadium on Sunday night against the Portland Timbers. Just a bitterly, bitterly disappointing defeat. It leaves Austin FC in 12th place in the Western Conference standings, 3 points off a playoff spot in 9th. Tough loss, David. Give us your thoughts. You were at the game. You were a man of the people last night. You were in the press box. You were in the supporters section, and then apparently everywhere else at Q2. So give us your thoughts. Give us your thoughts on the game.
I was taking pictures of all the journalists taking pictures, like Jorge Iturralde, I took a picture.
You were taking pictures of Jorge Iturralde?
Yeah, I took.
That's an interesting way to spend
and
the
then
game.
I took videos from all over the field. I went around. It was so nice.
Panoramic view of Austin FC's 2-1 defeat.
And it was nice to do that because there was so many empty seats that you actually can go around the stadium and you can sit anywhere you want it, basically. And that and that's what I did. But talking about the game, that shows something, like when you see the supporters section kind of empty on the right and the left side and the top.
Yeah, you get those top corners.
The top
sometimes.
Corner,
yeah.
when you see that's
a sign things are going well, isn't it?
They're saying that the tickets are lower than $20. Pretty much that's what they're telling you. Maybe $6 a ticket. I don't know, but that's a pretty clear signal how things are going when you don't have a full stadium.
It is not going well. But what did you think of the match itself, David? It started off well enough for Austin FC, created a lot of chances early, but ultimately it just kind of fell apart. What did you think of the match itself?
Well, match itself, I gotta tell you, I went to the game on my bicycle. I rode my electric bike.
Keeping things green. That's good. That's good. Looking after the environment. That's good.
It was so good to feel that they take care of your bike and you can get it back right away. And then you go to the
bike theft problem.
Nice entrance to the stadium, and yeah, you enjoy the feeling of being in Austin, and everybody wearing green, and some people wearing Wolff out stuff, but not that many.
So you didn't see that many Wolff. So I was going to ask you what you thought of the overall mood inside the stadium. So I'm up in the press box. I'm sealed off. What did you think of what were the people
about
saying
the mood
at the game?
itself? I was going to try to describe it before, but I got to tell you that it's upbeat. Like we haven't played at home in a while, and then people really want to see the game, want to see their players, perform. I think people were excited, but at the same time, people know especially if you follow the game, follow the team, you don't really have much high expectations for the team. The team doesn't show the starting lineup.
Okay, well let's get to the starting 11. Can we get the starting lineup up on the screen? Because I didn't have too many problems with this starting 11 right here. So it sounds like you had some problems with it, David. What did you not like?
The main thing I did not like in this, it was, I've been honest with you every single game. I now want to have Emiliano Rigoni playing for
You're not a Rigoni guy,
I'm not a Rigoni. And then I'm not going to have Sardes when he has not shown much lately. Why not? Why having Sardes when you can bring him later on? Why not have, players that contribute like Wolff at the beginning? You need to have a physical game. You need to be winning this game because everybody knows how Austin play, and especially Portland. We talked about last week, we did talk about how Portland plays. Alvarez used to play, and everybody knows. All the players know how Austin plays. So it's nothing new for Portland to rediscover how to play Austin.
Yeah, they do seem to have Austin FC's number to a degree. But a few things that I actually liked about that starting 11, David. I like the fact that Austin FC went with three midfielders in this game. Having Danny Pereira, having Owen Wolff, and having Alex Ring in particular, I thought was really sensational. I thought that helped Austin FC control the game, at least early on. I thought it helped them kind of exert
it did.
In the center of the pitch, they have control over Portland.
They kept the pressure on the first half. The only bad thing is the execution wasn't there. One goal was disallowed. Another one touched the post. So we have so many chances, clear chances that Austin. Austin was putting a little pressure in there.
Okay, now I know you just took some shots at Rigoni, and look, I've not been his biggest supporter either. Emiliano did create 5 chances in this match per FOTMOB. So that's not
including
bad.
The one I'm talking about. The first one, which was a goal.
Well, they're probably not representing. That was offside. So
it was offside. But the fact that was there, that was the only positive thing he did. After that, I don't know.
Well, I will say that
what else did he do besides that?
The majority of these 5 chances, I think, did come early. He was, I think, started the match really brightly and then faded.
He didn't do anything.
Faded pretty quickly. But no, I didn't necessarily have a problem with Rigoni in this match. Finley has been off his best of late, so I didn't have a problem going with Rigoni over Finley.
But do you see Finley got hurt, right? Didn't Finley got hurt last time?
In this match against Portland?
No. Before, wasn't he like he left hurt a couple?
I'm having a hard time remembering what happened before the international break. I've been trying to forget these games as quickly as they've come. It's not been good.
Finley, he has been like a solid place in the front. Why
he did come on. I think it was lively off the bench. But okay, so. That's the starting 11. I was more or less okay with it. And I like Driussi playing on the left wing because in this case, you saw John Gallagher in this match was really getting forward quite aggressively, hugging the touchline on the left-hand side.
No, left-hand side, so that's the same play where Driussi's playing.
Well, what it did, though, is it allowed Driussi to, I think, tuck in centrally and kind of operate in that left half space, which I think is his preferred area of operating. So for the most part, I like the way this starting 11 looked. I think it really worked for the first half hour, but then ultimately it ended up falling apart. Can we get to the highlights, though? This is going to be tough
low lights
here. Low lights. Probably a better
but it was nice. It looked okay. But then you don't have all the Chara for Portland.
Yeah, no Diego Chara. Give me Chara.
So both of them are playing there. The brothers,
scored 2 goals in every game that he's been in charge of. So away we go.
This is the first 8 minutes, and this is the one we're talking about when there's a nice range pass to
get them there as Rigoni looks to things up.
And Stardust got it. I mean, that was the best play.
Nothing wrong with that from Emilio.
Nothing wrong, and everybody hit it right.
Just the ability of having a true
good
number
job
9
in
that
that
gets in
pass,
there.
and
I'm not sure this will give us a better look to see if Ben gets a hand on it.
Because he didn't have much space.
I'm not sure he gets a hand on it. I think it's just the post that goes off of, but Zardes made the right place, right time.
So that was pretty close. And then another throw in by Lima.
I love these long throws.
2 headers, one by Cascante and another by Driussi, and he was really close.
Who is imploring his defenders to wake up here.
Just reacts first. Just goes right.
And we were getting excited. All the action was happening on the north side of the stadium.
Really foreseen the disjointed
I was
nature
there,
of this year.
and this Zardes opportunity was really good, but he just hit the ball not with the outside of
the
his
wrong
feet,
side of the
but
post.
inside
It's
towards the left, and instead of going
leading
to the
the
right.
surge. They have numbers.
Okay. So you question the technique there.
Yeah, that was technique. And that was a great Stewart save. Stewart saved that was going to the first post, but then Chara really missed that. Chara had like an easy shot on Stewart.
Was that a Masita?
Mamacita was worse than because he didn't even hit it. He didn't even hit Chara. Should have hit the ball hard, and we got lucky with that one. But not in this one because it was another nice cross. Chara was there, and there was a great pass by another than
It's the Timbers who take control.
Who gave the pass to Felipe
And
Mora?
Austin punished.
Felipe Mora is a captain. Is a Chilean player. Happy Independence Day.
Doing
It
the
is.
goal poaching.
Yes, definitely.
And
Happy
he used to
Independence
play in
Day.
It all goes down to that man right there,
But
Espria, and
Alex
just the hard work and effort.
gave
A little
the
bit of what
ball
we
to
talked
him,
about.
and he
Again,
just
this
stopped
right
it
here,
with
just
the
his
right,
ability to
scored with the
hold
left.
off the defender.
What a classic.
Turns him
This
very
was
quickly,
tough
and
for
then
Alex
just
Franks. I thought he
whips
was
it low and
mostly
hard across the
sensational.
box.
Yeah.
You don't know what's
Game,
going to
but
happen
this
when you have
was
so many bodies and numbers in
costly
there.
mistake.
I don't know how he did it. Like he was so strong the pass, like he had to stop it with the right upper leg to stop the ball, and then it was a great control by the Chilean striker there.
Yeah, I gave him a shout out. I gave a little Chile flag up there with the goal.
As well, the header down was a strong one from
And I think there Asprilla had a really. I think it's Asprilla for Portland that had a clear chance, just bad header. And so Portland had a couple more chances. There's another one, and the Chara giving the nice pass to that's the one, the golazo that Felipe Mora gives to the chest, and that's the one I took the video of that one. I took an entire 5-minute shot of that goal. But was Chara giving the pass to Mora? And Mora giving the pass with the chest.
No handball there,
No handball at all. No, that was beautiful chest. You can see it. Because you put enough power in the. It's like a nice pass with your chest. Boom.
Yeah, that is great stuff.
Almost your shoulder pass, you know. And that's the Chilean do for you. We need more Chilean players in Austin FC. We don't have any.
I'm telling you, Arturo Vidal, David.
Arturo Vidal, I heard, might be coming to do. But this is how the ring got away with it. He make a mistake and then give a great pass to Sebastian Drusi that is trying to score. The goalie stopped it, but in the second one and the rebound, Drusi scored from short range, and there's a 2-1, and that's the MVP, almost MVP from last year. But 74 minutes. Enough time to get back. Enough time to put all the meat on the barbecue.
Denied on the
right?
first one.
Yes.
Enough time. But what happened?
Food-centric episode.
But this is what we were talking about.
But nothing really happened. They didn't really build up.
Casual defense by Evander where he does a flyby that allows the
fundamental transitions in this. When you're 75 minutes, you have 2-1. At home, when you're playing for the playoff, you need to do a tactical change, right? It's strategic change.
We're gonna get
because that was.
I think that wasn't great right there. I think because
81 minutes should have been, but that was bad from Portland. That should have been a goal, and that's the end of it. There was the end of it. I mean, we didn't have more time. Half of the people left. A lot of empty seats.
You could have gotten whatever vantage point you wanted for a picture.
You can sit anywhere in the stadium because people were leaving pretty early on. I mean, and with reason.
Okay. Well, okay. There's quite a bit, I think, to get to from this defeat. I think the biggest question I have is, I mean, Austin FC, as we've alluded to, started this match well. We just saw in the highlights a lot of the action early was Austin FC challenging Portland's goal.
Yes.
So a great first half hour. Unfortunately, soccer matches are 90 minutes, not just 30 minutes. So what happened after that first half hour? Why did Austin FC fail to regain that momentum against Portland once they lost it? Because I have a few theories, but I want to hear what you think.
Well, I think might have been like a witch that was working from the underworld. And she was doing, dude.
Metaphysical.
Yeah, doing some voodoo. You know,
just blame the witches.
Magic.
There's not much Austin FC could do. Blame the witches.
It's not enough real green and black, heart. I think we have a problem.
Okay, well let me tell you what I think, David. Okay,
well, please.
So we discussed on last week's show.
Great show, by the way.
It was a very good show. Lots of history. Lots of good stuff in last week's show. But one of the things we talked about was MLS. It is a league that is rife with parity. There are teams that are very evenly matched, and this is a Portland team that I think is
unlike the Premier League, which is I didn't think that was the correct parallel, but anyways,
Okay, yeah, but that's what I'm saying, though. These teams are pretty evenly matched. So I think once you have a dominant spell like that, where you're dominant for the first half hour, it's very difficult to dominate for an entire match. Where like in the Premier League, you'll see Manchester City dominated Nottingham Forest or something like that for a full 90 minutes. It's difficult to see teams in MLS do that. So Portland were always, after a tough first half hour, they were always going to show more in this match. They're always going to grow into this match and give Austin FC a challenge. The issue is that once Portland came into this match, Austin FC didn't really have the options available to take that momentum back. I look at Austin FC only made 3 substitutes in this match, right? Ethan Finlay comes on. Ethan Finlay scored 4 goals this season.
Okay.
Will Bruin comes on. Will Bruin has scored two goals this season. He gets the nasty head injury. And then on comes CJ Fodry, who, good as he's been for Austin FC too, he's got 0 goals for Austin FC this season. So that's 6 goals combined amongst your substitutions. Austin FC don't really have the options off the bench.
Where's Urruti?
Well,
Urruti.
Okay.
I mean, I wonder about Urruti because he say in the conference, he went to sleep very well with his pillow that night.
With his pillow?
In Spanish, you say, I slept very comfortable with my pillow.
Well, okay, you could have brought you could have brought a Rudy on. You still would only had 7 goals because Rudy's only scored once in about 900 minutes this season. So I don't. To be honest, spoiler alert, if Rudy had came on, he wouldn't have scored. It wouldn't have made a difference. He's hadn't scored since the second game of the season. I do know he would not have scored. So
Are you a real
I'm
magician?
a witch, David. I'm a witch.
Okay.
I know these things. So to me, that's the issue, is that this is a team that doesn't have a lot of options to take the momentum back in a match once the opposition has started to kind of regain control. As Portland did in this match. Don't. Would you agree with that?
Of course. They don't have any control of anything. Nothing. There is nothing in control. When you make a substitution, okay, you can make main by main substitution. You're going to make a forward by a forward, Bruin, whoever you're going to play. But the idea in these key games when you're losing and you have 15 or 20 more minutes to play and get a result and get a tie and get a point, what do? You make strategic changes, tactical changes. You take a defender out and you put another forward.
Well, okay, to Wolff's credit, he did take a midfielder off his son, Owen, and on came a forward, Ethan Finley. So that was a midfielder off for a forward.
But I'm talking about like a drastic change, like a defender and a forward.
What would you have done, David?
I would have put Urruti for sure. I would have put, all Bruin. I would put all the guys that can score.
You would have thrown out all strikers.
All strikers. I don't care. I would have take Stuber out, put another
Take
goalie
Stuber
in.
out.
Yeah.
Wow. That's an interesting. You would substitute the goalkeeper. You think that would help you score a goal?
I mean, anything will help us, man. Anything will help us. Honestly, it was disappointing. I mean, not disappointing. It was like worse than disappointing. It was like, oh, that's gonna happen. Like last week, I predicted it's gonna be a 2-2, but in the bottom of my heart, we knew.
In your heart, you knew this was not going to go well for us.
It's going to be It's going to be a loss because it's a team that Alvarez told us how to play, and it's exactly how they played with us. And you saw during the halftime and before that, who they were planning to play? The big physical players. All the over 6'2" players are the ones that came in, not the tiny guys. That's easy math. Okay, put big guys in there. You're gonna win the set pieces, and that's what happened. Austin tried to do. Instead of the corner, we tried to do a pass in a couple of the corners. It's like, how are you gonna do that? Take advantage of the corner. Don't do like a little tiny pieces. It's not gonna work. You gotta have big guys, and they had the big guys. We didn't have the little guys. We didn't have the big guys. We didn't have anything.
Well, I think you're hinting at something that I think is worth mentioning, is that Austin FC at times do lack a directness. They're one of the slowest teams in all of MLS. If you look at the goal Austin FC scored, that was a rare moment of them actually getting the ball and going straight up the pitch and playing very direct. And so I think you bring up an interesting point.
It's a classic also, but you also shows a little bit of experience, by Alex Ring, stopping the ball, creating an opportunity out of a fake, and then giving the ball to the best player, that you see, and he almost scored the first time, and in the end, the second time. But that's an exception to the rule.
You don't see that. Austin do not go that direct very often. That is very true.
We got a lucky shot there. Lucky shot by the two experienced players that were best players. We don't want to take
some skill there. It was a great pass, and Driussi ultimately.
But important and symbolic because, Alex Reyna is the one that gave the pass that ended up in a goal by Portland. So he's trying. It's a good thing.
So he's kind of
mentally
atoning for his mistake.
For both of us, for the entire team, that the person that made the mistake is trying to get back to the game.
Do you think we were talking with a friend of the show, Aries, before we started recording, and he spoke of the team. After that opening period of dominance, Portland get the goal. He spoke of the team just looking deflated. dejected after that goal. Did you sense that as well inside the stadium, closer to the pitch than what I was?
But it seems like in the second half, especially, there was no motivation. There's no motivation talk in the locker room. It's like, I mean, how you gonna?
You got to go into the locker room and see?
I mean, you can see it on the field. There was it was like the good old days, You get back and then you get score easily. I mean, they could have been 2 more goals easily, but they messed up so bad. Like a couple of those forwards, that was like 2 or 3 shots.
To be fair,
he could have been
Portland
worse.
had some pretty big chances.
I mean,
on the
and we didn't in the second half when we needed to be using all our strength possible that we can have it. We do not have.
So actually, I mean, this kind of speaks to it. So I sent this tweet out in the 69th minute. So basically about 15 minutes into the second half, Austin FC only had 0.02 XG. So that is horrible. Not 15, 25 minutes. 25 minutes in the second half. So in 25 minutes to start the second half, Austin FC had generated just 0.02 expected goals. That is very bad. They did not come out of the locker room ready to play at all. Okay, I have a question for you, W. I was up late last night looking at a lot of numbers. Mm-hmm. I had to try and wrap my head around the latest devastating Austin FC result. And I was on a website called Transfermarkt, and I was looking up the average age of players used on MLS teams this season. And so the average age of the players Austin FC have used this season is 28. 20. Did you look this up too?
No, I just guessed it.
Okay, well clairvoyant, man. Okay, so it's 28. You're right.
I
correct.
Just guessed it.
Only Sporting Kansas City and Nashville have used players with an average age older than what Austin FC has used.
Sporting Kansas City and who else?
Nashville.
Okay.
So Nashville are pretty good. They're in 7th in the East. Sporting KC is also not in the playoffs as well. So, I mean, how much do you think the age of this team has been a factor in their struggles, particularly lately? I mean, this is the longest season in MLS history. You consider the Leagues Cup. Austin FC also played in CCL. They've had some Open Cup games as well. There's a lot of fixtures. And to have a team this old, frankly, just how much do you think that has impacted them just kind of struggling to maintain intensity for a full 90 minutes?
Well, I think age discrimination is a real subject in here.
Trying to get me canceled here, I'm talking about. I'm just saying. Hey, I am much older than 28, so I couldn't play.
I gotta tell you,
I guarantee you.
I mean, as we say in the old days, it's age. Like you never know, like some people is old like me, and then they think they can play again, but they don't. When you reach over 30 in football,
that's a problem, right?
But 33, it's just like big cheeses, just like cheeses. 33. When you turn 33, you start thinking about it. I can't play again, and usually you can't. Like very few people after 33 can reach up. People think they can do it mentally, but the body says something else. The body doesn't tell you. Like you try to think, you thought about everything. But the body doesn't go at the same time. So you need to get used to it. Whether some people are unusual people like Messi, like the GOAT, right? That they can still walk most of the time, but still create some magic out of that all the time. There's very few people can do that. And obviously, Austin FC is not a team that can do that.
And the issue, Messi, yes, he's older than 28, and he does a lot of walking, but he's surrounded by a lot of young players who do not walk. They do a lot of the running for him. Austin FC, you have look at all 3 strikers are over 30. Rigoni's 30. You have Ethan Finley's 33. Like this is a very old attack. It's a very old attack.
It looks well. How much is Bruin?
He's 33. I think he's definitely over 30. Yeah,
so
all 3 strikers.
What about Drusi?
He's 27.
So Drusi is the only player you can keep. Everybody else is too old.
Well, I actually think you might be right about that, David. Now, Good luck getting rid of Giannis Zardes on this contract.
Because, that honestly, you can, it's just when you're over 30, it's just like, unless you're Miura from Japan, you cannot play till you're 55 or 66.
So you do think age has played a factor in it?
Course.
You think it's
you cannot have it. This is too much of an old team. You need to have young kids playing for every single. This is a real mess. Really, we don't have players playing for positions. It's like you don't know who's playing for what. Like, okay, is Lima? Is that where it started, or is Rigoni started in that position? It's like there's never like a certainty about who plays where, and did he have the only one that always we know was going to play is Stuver and Drusi and Pereira, and Lima and Cascante, and you know what they're going to play, but honestly, we need players. We need to rely on players, and there's nothing to rely on. Like this last game was, I felt sorry for
Who did you feel sorry for?
Man.
The supporters.
I feel sorry for supporters, because you get confused. Like, how can be such a fanatics of the team and have so much power here in the field at Q2 Stadium supporting this team, and these guys don't even tie the game?
Well, I definitely can understand just
that's disrespectful for anybody. And for me, it's okay if you lose a game. But you need to show everybody that the last ball you're fighting for, everybody needs to show that this is the last ball you're going to fight for. You're going to try to score no matter what. But you didn't see that sacrifice. You did not see that commitment at the field in the last 15 minutes, 20 minutes of the game. You did not see it. So that's the more disappointing thing I gotta say about this team.
Okay, I still think the effort's there. I still think that the team is trying to win games.
It's trying to win a game,
I'm going to disagree slightly.
How many chances on goal do we have the last 15 minutes?
Probably not many. I didn't. That is one stat I did not write down, but I would assume
that's
it was
what
probably
we
not
need.
a lot.
That's what we need.
Well, yeah, I think that speaks to you didn't have options.
I don't care. Just put the ball and just put the cross. Last 15 minutes. I don't care if you're gonna play. Just touch the ball and cross the ball try to score a header.
Okay, so to me, the issue is less the effort. I do think this team is still trying to win games. To me, it is more you just don't have any good players. Good
players?
6 goals off the bench.
But who chooses the players?
Subs. Well, Wolff
who chooses the players?
It was Claudio Reyna that built this team. That's who built this roster. That's who built the roster.
Well, Claudio Reyna.
That's who built the roster.
Who approved the roster? How put the players on the field?
Well, he can only choose from who's on the team. Like he can't.
But who has been here longer than Claudio Reyna?
Show that lineup again. I want David to tell me who on this bench really could have changed this game. I want to see this. I want you to name
Josh Wolff
who on this bench would have changed this game.
Longer than Claudio Reyna had.
They were a package deal whenever they came at pretty much the same time, right?
Mm-hmm. Right after.
Okay. Well, he
could never fire him. He can never fire him because he came after. It's like nobody can fire him.
I don't think
who's gonna fire him? Nobody. Then he was the boss. Then when he was not, he was the own boss. And now it's like, okay, it's the new boss. I'm still in a losing season. We're barely gonna make it to the playoff if we are.
Well, we'll get okay. That is a question. You're foreshadowing there, David.
You're giving too many chances to a very, very disappointing performance.
Well, okay. So let's
worse than anything in Chelsea you ever seen before. Are you think something worse than Chelsea? No.
I don't know. I don't know about that, though. Chelsea's been pretty rough lately. But, okay. So I want to talk a bit about
I didn't want to hurt you with that. Because I think Chelsea has 6 coaches since we have Josh Wolff, basically.
At least 6. Okay, but this is interesting. So, again, I was up late last night writing the show.
Okay.
And looking at numbers. And just, again, trying to just wrap my mind around what's going on with this team right now. Since the League's Cup, David, which, as you know, did not go well for Austin FC. But since the League's Cup, Austin FC have played 5 MLS matches. And they have just 1 point in those 5 matches, a draw away to New England.
Lucky one.
Well, okay. However, in these 5 matches, they only lost the XG battle in one of those. That was this most recent one against Portland. In every other match,
The XG, what is that?
expected goals. So basically, that is going to be
I don't know
quality of chances created versus quality of chances conceded.
Sounds like Joda.
So
Like the
technically, if you look at the performances themselves, like you could make the argument that they actually have been a little unlucky over this stretch of games. So do you think Austin FC, do you think bad luck, has played a role in Austin FC failing to get the results needed to actually reach the playoffs?
No.
You don't think any kind of bad luck?
No, because you can say the same thing about the good luck we had the first year or the second year, and many of the games, away games, that we end up winning. We didn't deserve to win those games, and we won in the second year, and that pushes up to be in the playoff. Mm-hmm. I mean, we got good luck. I mean, we were winning games at the end. I mean, we had such a good luck. We had bad luck the first year too. I mean, yeah, but the second year we have very good luck. But luck cannot go that far. Luck cannot go that far. Luck is going to be proportional to your karma. And we don't have any karma.
So how do you measure
Like luck,
karma?
usually
Exactly.
when you are in soccer and you talk about football, hey, yeah, we're a lucky team because you have more chances. You created more chances than the other team did, right? That's how luck come around. Not coming around when it's a lucky shot when you touch the ball once and 20 times the other team tried to push a goal on you. That's lucky. That's way. But when you say luck, it's like it's hard because luck, you earn it. Mm-hmm. You earn the luck by playing good.
So you don't think Austin FC would have earned luck in the first half hour of this match against Portland when the Zardes had the chance, you had Drusy had the chance? You don't think that was
because you have to be consistent. Because you have to be consistent. You cannot be that. If you don't score the goals, don't blame the players for it. Don't blame the players. Try to fix it. Try to change the lineup and make sure you score with a different lineup.
Is there any way we could get the lineup put on the screen here? Because I really want David to tell me who exactly on the substitutes would have changed this game. You can't say a Rudy because I'm telling you he wouldn't have scored.
Hey,
But who's coming off the bench?
Well, Ethan Finley, and I would say
Ethan Finley has scored 4 goals.
I will have. It doesn't matter.
Not a lot of goals.
I will have Wilbur. That was Memo. I will have Memo Rodriguez.
Goals. And both of those guys
I will have Memo Rodriguez in for sure. Memo Rodriguez is the person that came for who? For Fagundes, right? He has shown that he can score. And he can put the ball very close to the goal. So
how many goals has he scored for Austin FC?
But I'm saying that he has shown that he has the potential to do so. Why he didn't play a minute? Why didn't come in? Why? If you have anybody, Ethan Finley came in, that's fine. And then Will Bruin came in. Great. Awesome. I support that. But you need something else. You can make substitution like if you need to be a radical substitution, okay, man by man, midfield by forward by forward, it's fine. Take a defender and put it forward when you're losing. That's what you need to do. That's what I'm asking for. Get a defender out of there and put it forward. That's what you need to do to win a game or tie the game.
I would be more inclined to agree with that take, David, if Austin FC had forwards worth bringing on. I just don't think that this team has as attackers that are genuinely
because
capable.
It's not the problem. The problem is like you made those forward. You made those players happen. Like Leeds, all the Leeds players came with Bielsa. You know, they were everybody wants those players forever. They moved to other teams. But after Bielsa was gone, what happened with the players? What happened? Where are the players? I'm talking about it is really this
they
game.
Started even under Bielsa. That team started to play pretty poorly. So
and you see what happened today with one of the Bielsa players that he brought. He's playing in Barcelona now, and Rafinha scored a beautiful goal.
Rafinha, good player.
Yeah, but the point is that you need to have good players and a good coach if you want to be successful, and we don't have that.
I don't think. Okay, to me, I feel like you have to have the players, good players first, and then we can assess whether or not the coach is any good. Like that's. I still think you gotta have the players first.
Who is going to choose the players? The coach.
Coach is not choosing the sporting director chooses the players.
But
Wolff
we already
does not
talk
choose
about
the
Reyna
players.
has nothing to do with this player because Josh Wolff had been at the helm of the school for three times.
Wolff is the coach, not the sporting director.
But
the sporting director chooses.
But wasn't
chooses
Wolff
the
the sporting director before Roder was here?
I think he was helped. It was Sean Rubio that was, I think, officially the one making those decisions.
I'm not going to get into an argument about that. But my point is, this guy, this coach has been in charge, and he can make all the changes. What you need to do as a coach, you need to make the substitution, the changes at half time or in the 75 minute. And if you have not done that in 3 years, that's a problem. If you have not won more than 36% of your games.
So I saw on Twitter, someone stealing your bit. I saw someone post the Wikipedia screenshot of Josh Wolff's winning percentage. I like that. That's David. That's what David does. You're catching on, man.
36.6.
You're a trendsetter. You're a trendsetter.
He has not gone from 36%. So that's the bottom line. It's like you are not a good coach. That's the bottom line. And it's the numbers show it every day, every week. And I'm really tired of talking about it. I got tired. I was like,
David, let me tell you something. I wrote this entire show. I didn't have a single question about Wolff. If you are tired of talking about it, you're the one that's bringing it up. I did not have a single.
Okay, tell me something good about him. Tell me something good about that coach.
Well, again, like I said, I'm not Wolff in, man.
I
am Wolff indifferent. I want to see a better roster, and then I will make my final decision.
But when you ask for a better roster, it's asking for things in the air. We have the players. We can make the decisions today. You can make it today. You put Urruti in this game, he's gonna score a goal, right?
David, he scored 1 goal in 900 minutes this season.
Well,
he's not good. He would not have scored. I guarantee you, he would not have.
How are you gonna? There's no way to guarantee something that would never happen.
I have 900 minutes of evidence that suggests he would not have scored a goal.
That's what I'm saying. Like he was like about to play every game. He was practicing till the 90th minute to get in. I saw him trying to get in, and he wasn't. And then in the conference, he said pretty clearly, that he was going to sleep very well that night.
Well, he knows he's not been stressed too hard this season. 900 minutes.
He's sleeping well because it's not his decision to screw up so bad. He's not responsible for that. It's somebody else's responsibility. And that's what I love about Ruti.
Okay.
He's very sincere.
So I do think we do have some interesting questions, I think, going into this offseason because, I don't know if there's a whole lot of optimism to remain here in 2023. One of the questions I have for you, David, is Gyasi Zardes, right? He, I think, has been underwhelming this season. I think it's...
sometimes. Sometimes lately he has been, but, he has been efficient other times.
So... in 2024, should Gyasi Zardes be the first choice starting striker on this team?
Well, I already told you who I would keep in this team. There's only a few players I would keep in this team. It's Drusi, Pereira, Gallagher, and Ring. That's it.
So you would not go into 2024 then with Gyasi Zardes as a starting striker?
No.
Okay.
No.
I think I would agree with you on that. We agree on something.
Those 4 players, I think they're the heart of the team. And I know that probably Alex Ring won't make it because he's not part of that team for other people. But the other players are the substantial team. But everybody else is disposable from my point of view. You cannot have a player like Rigoni playing.
Well, I think I agree.
You can
The
have
off season, I
Zardes,
think, is time to.
Rigoni, and you cannot have play.
Now
I mean,
Zardes still has 2 more years on his contract. I think you're gonna have a tough time getting rid of him.
Even
but-
when you have Jimenez trying to play in the back, playing a backup, and never even coming and started, even you pay him $50,000 a year. I mean, come on, bring the guy in. I mean, it can be better than Lima.
Lima, don't talk bad about Lima. Lima's fine. Okay, I think we have some Danny Pereira interview footage. Speaking of the great Danny Pereira, player that we both are fans of. So can we roll the Pereira interview footage?
Pereira. No, hombre. Pereira should be playing for the Venezuelan national team.
I don't disagree with you.
Yeah. Just like Ascante is playing great for Costa Rica.
Yes.
He scored a goal, and not only that, he scored a goal, but he led 3 other goals came in for the Emirates Arab United,
Yeah, Coach. Obviously, the first 30 minutes were really strong. But what kind of happened after that? Why was your team not creating chances at the same rate as what they were in the first 30 minutes?
In what part of the game? In the second half, or
Second half, especially the start of the second half.
Yeah, the second half. Again, I think it's you have to see what they're doing, what changes are they doing, and obviously we still have to execute. We have to play at a certain tempo and utilize the ball positioning as we were in the first half. I think we got a little bit slow, a little bit predictable with it, and we made a subtle change, and I think we immediately started generating chances. So that's what brought us back to 2-1. We went back to a little different structure, but. Obviously we have control of the game. They're having a tough time keeping up with it. They get a goal, run a play. They're making some subtle changes, and then that's normal in the game. I think you have to adjust to some degree, and obviously, we did that in the second half.
Los partidos muy seguidos. No podemos, obviamente tenemos muy poco tiempo para corregir, lo vamos a hacer, pero sabemos que el miércoles nos jugamos otra final y así sucesivamente. Jugamos el miércoles, después jugamos el sábado, domingo, no lo sé bien, pero no nos podemos detener ahora, menos en esta parte del campeonato. Sabemos que quedan 6 finales, como lo dije antes, y trataremos de pelear hasta el final.
Dices que se siente una presión. Tú eres el capitán. ¿Cómo puedes tú hacer y ayudar al equipo para que esa presión se baje? O incluso tú mismo, ¿cómo puedes bajar esa presión que tienen ahorita?
Ganando. Creo que ganando la presión por ahí cambia un poco, o cambia. Pero obviamente que somos conscientes de que se nos está haciendo muy difícil poder ganar. Entonces, como te dije antes, como repito, siempre hay que estar positivo y tirar este equipo para adelante, porque cuando perdemos no somos los peores y cuando ganamos somos los mejores, entonces hay que seguir.
Dani, en los últimos 7 partidos prácticamente ha sido una copia. Hay oportunidades, no se concretan y a final de cuentas perdemos los partidos. ¿Hay algo que partido a partido se pueda arreglar, o sea, que se pueda modificar para que no sigan siendo los resultados adversos?
El año pasado sobrepasamos nuestros límites, entonces creo que nos subimos mucho los humos de querer hacer lo mismo, y yo diría que tuvimos bastante suerte en bastantes partidos. Y creo que este año no tenemos esa suerte en nuestra parte y nada, estamos generando oportunidades, pero no las estamos metiendo. Entonces eso es lo único que nos está faltando.
They didn't have good luck. Right? That's what he's pretty much saying.
Okay, now that's interesting. We got Pereira, we got some bonus Josh Wolff, some me. That was me talking to my good pal Josh there. That was me asking the question. We obviously got some Driussi there as well, but it's interesting talking about last season versus this season in terms of luck. I got a stat here, David.
What you guys thought? What is this?
It's gonna blow your mind.
What is it?
It is gonna blow your mind. Okay, I know you're a big XG guy, so expected goal differential. Austin FC in 2022 had an expected goal differential of minus 1.7. Okay, so that means basically based on the chances, quality of chances they created versus what they conceded, they would have expected to have been about, a negative goal differential of nearly 2. In 2023, before the Portland match, so the stats changed a bit after the Portland match, you want to guess what Austin FC's expected goal differential in 2023 was before Portland?
No, but go ahead.
Negative 1.7. Exactly the same. So
Negative 1%. It's consistent.
Exactly. Last season in 2022, their actual goal differential was plus 16. This season, before the Portland match, -5. So you can see that's just such a massive swing with the basically creating and conceding the same quality of chances.
Well, that's a great, really number to bring about because, I mean, being honestly, I never thought that we've been changing so much from the first or second year. Like,
do you think it's been pretty consistent?
I think we've been consistently bad.
I think the negative in the first season, the expected goal difference was like negative 15 or 16.
But
so there was improvement.
I think we're supposed to be better right now in the third year, but we're not. We're not getting as bad. Like with those numbers, supposed to be better. Right, because we had the people, the experience that we never had the first year, barely the second year, and now I don't know why we're waiting for another fourth year.
You got to be patient, David. You got to be
That's
patient.
what you told me the other day. I mean,
and I'm still asking for a bit of patience.
I mean, you're still asking for patience. How can you be patient when the ship is sinking so bad that even the flag is going underwater?
Even the flag is going underwater?
Yeah, because when the ship is sinking, you know,
the flag is the last thing to go. That's the
last thing that needs to be.
That's a nice metaphor. Yeah. That's a very, very nice metaphor there. Okay, so I think we've talked about the past enough on this show, David.
Yeah, we need to talk about the future. What can we do?
Well,
be patient or be rebellious. Be patient or have an alternative. Be patient or have a revolution.
So should I expect you to get the Wolff Out merchandise that we saw Aries wearing, but I think on FCTV? Are you gonna? Is that the approach you're gonna take?
You know, that's not my style. That's not my style. I'm not gonna be like putting the stuff out, Wolff Out, whatever. I'm gonna put maybe some paper bag or something like that.
Hey, that's what I did earlier this season. You're gonna copy my.
That's what I would do next game. I mean, next game we need to do something that tell people that we're not happy with this and we're not patient enough.
So no Wolff Out shirt, but a paper bag.
Yeah, something that it shows actually legitimate, discomfort within the field, and we need to tell people about it because I don't know. I'm not patient, I mean, honestly, I don't want to be patient about waiting another year and choose other players. And when we do have the players, we have so many good players that they can play any position. We have a team at the Austin FC too, with excellent players in the back and the defense. We have players like even Austin Aztec. I mean, the former bowl team that was so good. We have so many good players there. Why not
which players from Austin Aztecs do you want to have play for Austin FC?
Even the what's the name of the guy that is commentating the games? Gallardo. Yeah. Gallardo. Miguel Gallardo. He can be playing.
You think
he's way better than many of the forwards. He will score a goal. Like Miguel, when he will come into the Austin ball game, he will score a goal.
So you think he could play for
Austin? Yeah, of course. We need some players that can score goals no matter what. I mean, and from Austin, even if it's from Austin, even better. Why not we have so much talent in town. Why not look for the talent every week? Why not do that? I mean, we need to have every position in the field. Somebody needs to be playing for that position. 3 or 4 people need to be playing for this position of the starting 11. Like we need to have young kids. Well,
I agree with you.
Experienced kids, so we can mix it up, and have a team that is a winning team. But can't we have that much patience? I don't know if we are so patient. I mean, I'm not.
I know you're not, David.
Many people is not. My son stopped following the Austin FC. He's just following the Longhorn.
He takes it from.
He only cares about Longhorn now.
He is his father's son, after all.
I know, but he is decent. He's tired.
Well, I do think especially with UT looking like they might be relevant again. That does. What have we got here?
We have red and black.
Yeah. How about that? Opposite sides of the battery. Is that
Yeah, but we agree on most of the stuff except the fact that you are still Wolff fan.
Again, I'm Wolff indifferent.
Indifferent.
I want to see other changes first, and then
I like it.
And hey, the guy. That's a strong endorsement, isn't it? That's a strong endorsement.
You're a patient.
The guy that I think is most responsible for this mess, Claudio Reyna, is not with the team anymore. He is gone. We have a new sporting director, Rodolfo Burrell. I'm excited about what he can do to build this roster. That's what I want to see.
How fast he can do
better
things.
Players, hopefully fast, because you're not patient, and I don't think you're alone in that. I do think there are many others like you, David, that are becoming very agitated with where this team is at right now. David, it's your lucky week. There's not one, but 2 Austin FC games for your viewing entertainment this week. Coming up on Wednesday, Austin FC are traveling to the Big Apple, I guess more specifically New Jersey, to face the New York Red Bulls.
That's not a Big Apple.
No, that is the old rotten apple, I think, New Jersey. I've been to New Jersey. That's not my favorite place.
Yeah.
But 6:30.
Jersey Shores.
Hey, are you a fan of that show, David?
But there was a Chilean lady girl over there. I know, it was pretty crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I think you had to be crazy to be
Chucky, what's her name? Chucky.
Snooki?
Yeah.
She's Chilean?
Nuki, yeah.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know that about her.
Yeah, Snooki Chilean.
Okay.
Yeah, celebrating Chilean Independence Day today.
Yeah.
Dancing some cuecas.
Okay, interesting. I wasn't expecting a Snooki reference on this show. You kind of threw me off, David.
Well, I know she was looking to you. Just kidding.
Snooki, not quite my type, David. Not quite my type. Okay, Red Bulls 13th in the East, despite the well wishes of Snooki. -9 goal differential, but a plus 7.7 expected goal differential. So they've been unlucky to a degree. They've had a real issue scoring goals. They've only scored 24 goals in 28 matches. That is very bad. You think Austin FC's attack is struggling? That is a very bad attack. How do you see this match going, David? I think at this point, it is a must-win. Austin FC, if they have any hope of making the postseason, they have to go into New Jersey and get a result on Wednesday.
Well, we mentioned last time that would Austin need 10 points to qualify for this playoff. 9.3 wins, that would be ideal. One of them should have come with Colorado, but we don't know if it's going to happen or not.
They had some pretty nice fan protests. But I don't know if you saw those images.
Yeah. I saw that Colorado. I mean, that should be our example for other reasons.
If you want change,
yeah. But talking about the game, exactly, I think we don't have many chances. I think New York is coming back. I mean, they've been playing then the playoff consistently at the end of the season. So playing there is going to be hard. I mean, if something new, some changes are happening, we need to get the lack of we have the last time with New England with the last beautiful goal by Alex Ring, something of that nature, and things will maybe the goals that Sardis missed of the day and a couple of more go in. Yeah, we will be lucky. Other than that, it's going to be really tough. I think we're going to have a loss. We're going to lose both games.
Okay, so you're jumping ahead, David. So you think a loss against New York, you got a score line for me?
Yeah, we're going to lose 3-1.
Oh, so it's going to be bad. It's not going to be
3-1. Yeah.
Okay. And you jumped ahead. So Sunday, there we go again. Sunday, 8:30 at Q2, the Diego Derby, David. Diego Fagundes returns to Q2
I think it's
Stadium.
Diego Fagundes, as our good friend Jorge Turralde say. Jorge said that Fagundes will score a goal and everybody is going to celebrate.
Really?
Yeah.
That is quite the prediction. Will you celebrate, David?
Well, for Fagundes, yes. I will celebrate, but if it's a nice goal.
No masita. It's a masita. You won't celebrate.
No Rigoni.
He's got to earn your applause.
You got to earn it. Okay. No matter where. I mean, I always enjoy football no matter what angle I am. If I'm playing, if I am watching a game,
so you've been enjoying
if I see the team that is playing against me, Everton and Chile, against Wanderers, if they play better, I'm going to go root for them. Football is about,
so you root for the winners. You root for the winners.
I go for the passion, for the beautiful, beauty game.
Why do you like Santiago
I want the
Wanderers,
beautiful game. I want the beautiful game to be played beautiful. I want if you have the chance to win it, to win the game, and deservedly so. And if you're gonna be lucky, deserve the luck. And that's the way I see football. You deserve the luck. Luck doesn't come just around. You need to earn it.
Okay. Well, that's a very profound way of looking at the beautiful game, Tommy.
Mexican curse.
Wow, look at that, huh?
Yeah. That's the bottom line. We have such a great team, such a great fans. I think the fans are 90%. Like maybe players are not 90%, of course, but they are a big percentage of it. But in that 10% decides everything, right? In the majority of the percentages, it's the responsibility of the coach. The coach is fully responsible for how the ship is gonna go up or down. If you're gonna go down, you gotta go down with the ship.
But the flag will be the last.
The flag is the last one to go down.
To go down.
Yeah, so was the flag. But that's the bottom line, my friend. I think we need to. The future is bleak.
Okay. Wow. That's a very positive way to wrap up this week's show. So
bleak.
you think 2 defeats for Austin FC next week?
Hopefully.
Oh my God.
Because if you don't react from what happened this week, means nobody's gonna react. Nothing's gonna happen. We keep thinking about being patient and patient and patient forever.
Yes.
We can. Let's be patient and not talk about anything. Okay.
We have a show, David. So we have to talk about something.
I want to repeat myself. It's like I'm going to be nice repeating myself, okay, about how bad the situation and nothing is being done about it. We need to take the responsibility, everybody, and I take full responsibility for not getting my HEB bag yesterday. I should have taken my bag.
Oh, okay. I didn't know where you were going with that one. You had me a little perplexed by what you were talking about there.
Reflecting on my
David, if Austin FC do not get a win next week, I'm bringing an HEB bag for you to put on your head. So you're going to do next week's show, half the show, with the HEB bag on your head if Austin FC don't get a win.
That sounds like a plan.
Okay. So stay tuned. Coming to a Futbol En Vivo near you, if Austin FC don't get a result, David Alvarez with an HEB bag for a hat.
Yes.
Sounds wonderful. Okay.
What were your predictions, though?
I'm going to go 1-1 draw against the Red Bulls, 2-1 win versus the Galaxy. So I'm going to go a 4-point week.
You're a real hardcore fan, man. This should be the statue of you. Eric McCoy.
Just me and Josh Wolff just high-fiving each other. The last Wolff. I'm going to be the last one on Wolff Inn Island. All right. I think that's about enough of our shenanigans for this week. Fun show. Very, very lively, David. Healthy disagreement,
We didn't even talk about the South American qualifiers.
No, I actually had some stuff on that.
And the Champions League coming up tomorrow.
You couldn't get enough of Josh Wolff discussion.
No.
Again, I didn't think I wrote his name. I had 4 pages of notes. I don't think I wrote his name once. And yet half the show was a discussion on Josh Wolff. Okay. So we
5 more minutes. Oh, we can say something about it.
What? So, David. Well, I guess they want more. The people want more of this show. Okay. You got some Champions League thoughts?
Yeah, we got the Champions League tomorrow.
So what do you think? You got what are your takes? Give me some takes.
I think there's a couple good games, right?
A lot of good games. We got there's going to be a Manchester United versus Bayern Munich. We've got PSG Dortmund. We've got Newcastle AC Milan. We got a lot of big games.
Chelsea is playing.
Chelsea are nowhere near this competition. You got to be good. You got to qualify. You got to qualify for the Champions League.
I think Manchester United is playing a really good game, right?
Yeah, Bayern Munich. Yeah,
Bayern Munich. That's going to be the highlight.
That's a big one.
And I think PSG
Dortmund.
Dortmund. That's a pretty big one too.
That's a good one. Yeah.
But Manchester City, but it's just the beginning. It's the beginning, but it shows like all the big teams are there. And
which of those games most interests you, David?
Man City.
Who are they playing?
I don't know.
You just love watching Man City.
Who was playing? Real Sociedad.
Real Sociedad.
Real Sociedad, yeah.
Really? You think that'll be a competitive game?
No.
Okay.
No.
Well, I don't think it'll be.
No,
I'll probably not be tuning in.
It wouldn't be very competitive. But, I mean, I'm excited about all the teams, all the games. But at the end of the day, you need to beat Manchester City. That's the bottom line. It's the best
they
team
are
in
the
world.
favorites, right?
Yeah. So,
can anyone stop them?
I mean, Real Madrid probably could be the Real Madrid and Barcelona.
You know
could
who
be.
I think looks really good right now? And I know you like at least a few of the players on this team.
Inter.
Exactly. They look very, very good. They were dominant in the
so that's Inter
derby over the weekend.
It just beat, I think, Milan.
Yeah, 5-1.
5-1.
Marcus Thuram looks like a
real
incredible
thing.
signing.
So
Him and Lautaro. That is great.
Suarez. I mean, that means Sanchez is going to be in the
yes,
bench.
probably. But he's going to be a really that is an impact sub. That is a sub that can score you some goals.
That's what we're talking about, like real football. Real coaches.
Do you like Simone Inzaghi?
I love him. I love him.
Coach,
That's a great job. He got rid of Vidal. I love that.
You like him getting rid of Vidal?
Yeah, it's not good. Too old. It's too old, man. But over than that, I mean, you see Mancini going to Saudi Arabia and doing really bad. I'm losing with Costa Rica. But, I mean, the Italian league, I mean, it's still Napoli is a real force to reckon with. I think Napoli and Inter are at the top. I mean,
that should be the title race this year, right?
Even I got to tell you, Roma is doing pretty good. Like
7-0, right?
Lukaku and
who's the coach over at Roma?
Oh, that was my best friend. Yeah, I hated that guy, but Mourinho. So
Mourinho. Look, I'll tell you what I'm interested in. There's a few games out here, but that Real Madrid versus Union Berlin, that's it. That's an interesting one right there. I'm just excited to see Union Berlin in this competition.
Union Berlin, yeah. I mean, Union Berlin he's been in second division forever. But Bayern Munich and Man United definitely is the biggest game. That is the
big one. Feyenoord Celtic could be interesting. A couple of you don't see that.
It's Real Sociedad against Inter. That's gonna be a good. It's not
that could be pretty good. Yeah.
But
Galatasaray Copenhagen.
That was tomorrow.
That's the one you're tuning into.
No,
right,
Wednesday. Tomorrow is Man City versus Crvena Zvezda. I have no idea what the team is, man.
No idea what that. I'll tell you an underrated one on there. Lazio, Atletico Madrid. Sarri versus Simeone. That should be. That's a couple of good coaches right there. That should be pretty good.
No, Benfica, Salzburg, RB Salzburg is going to be good too, and Arsenal, PSV. It's a really good team. I mean, there's all good games. No, I mean, Bayern versus Man United. Oh my God.
That's
Man United
heavyweight clash, isn't it, David?
Oh my God, that's going to be tough. Because Haag is in the
he's in the hot seat right now, isn't he?
He's in the hot seat.
He and Josh Wolff sitting together in the hot seat right now. Yeah.
I mean, you cannot compare the Premier League with MLS. Wolff has lasted everybody in the Premier League. Pretty much.
Yeah, you get a much longer leash as a coach. Okay, I think we've had enough fun here this week. David, it has been a blast, man. Always is. So thank you to our fans. Thank you to Club Deportes, as always, for hosting us here.
Excellent job.
Thank you to Gio. Excellent work, as always, behind the boards. We're going to do this again next week. Hopefully, it's a much happier show next week.
Hopefully.
Fingers crossed.
Hey, happy Chilean Independence Day.
Yes, happy Chilean Independence Day. Most definitely.
Chi, 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 le, le, le.
Chi, 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 le, le, le.
It's the most beautiful flag in the world.
I'll go along.